Greetings and salutations. My name's Ollie, and here's your loaf of daily bread. Today's loaf of bread comes to us by way of the Indian philosopher Ramana Maharshi, and he says the following: There is nothing wrong with God's creation. Mystery and suffering only exist in the mind. Now, if you come to this video with a little bit of Judeo-Christian baggage, I apologize. Rest assured, Ramana Maharshi is not talking about the Abrahamic God when he says that there is nothing wrong with God's creation. Ramana Maharshi's God is much more in line with the God that I've been describing to you in these videos. Impersonal, non-human. See, the God of the Old Testament, the Judeo-Christian God, is essentially a human being transposed upon nature, whereas the God of Ramana Maharshi is more like nature itself. And so another way to put it is to say that there's nothing wrong with the world as it is, with the universe as it is. Mystery and suffering exist only in the mind, and indeed they are creations of the mind. Without the mind, there is no mystery. The world, the universe, this life, everything speaks for itself. Only the mind creates mysteries and then proceeds to try and solve those mysteries. But note what happens when you do this, or when the mind does this. No sooner is one mystery solved than another 3 or 4 mysteries appear. In other words, there's no end to the mysteries that need to be solved. In other words, the deeper you dig, the deeper it goes. The higher you climb, the higher it goes. It never ends. So either you continue to chase answers and solutions to these mysteries, or you realize that there is no mystery, that the mind creates problems in order that it may solve them. That's what the mind does. That's what it's good at. It's a problem-solving tool. But when there is no problem, it creates problems. And so much of our suffering is a result of this. And so yes, it would appear that Ramana Maharshi is onto something here, my friends. Mystery and suffering are products of the mind. And if one begins to understand how the mind works and begins to apply his or her own willpower to the mind, then many mysteries will dissipate. And in their place will be the realization that these were never mysteries to begin with. Rather, they were misunderstandings, misconceptions. And once those things are cleared up, what remains is the simple and elegant truth. The same goes with suffering, my friends. So much of our suffering is caused by imaginary things, abstract, conceptual things that have no real grounding in reality. The moment we realize this, the moment we are able to let go of some of these beliefs and opinions, the quicker we can move towards inner peace, equanimity, and maybe even some of the loftier emotions like joy, love, gratitude. In any case, it all starts and ends with the mind. So I challenge you to keep tabs on that thing. Observe it, listen to it, question it. And in doing so, you will turn the tables on it and make it serve you, which is a departure for most people. I don't know about you, but me personally, I was a slave to the mind for about 28 years. And on some days, I still am. It's an ongoing process, but it's one that I find most rewarding. So I hope you'll join me. Well, that's all the time I got today. Thanks a lot for keeping me company on this car ride, and I will catch you on the next edition of The Daily Bread. Until then, live well, my friends.